Hello again and welcome back to March May's Midlife Dolly Crisis. So we are still in June, which means it's Pride Month. And that means I'm going to be opening a doll which is sort of related to the LGBTQ plus community. And that doll today is probably not one which you would associate with it unless you look at the doll carefully and realise it's probably influenced by drag queens. And that is an OMG Fierce doll. This one is Lady Diva. Now, there's a lot about this doll which to me screams drag queens. Firstly, they're using fierce, which is a very drag term, which is now kind of come into everyone's sort of vocabulary. But originally, it was used by drag queens, as far as I'm aware. So the fact that they called the whole line that is kind of interesting. Lady Diva, to me, is probably like the most drag queeny name out of all of them. And she certainly is fierce because she is wearing the most kind of outlandish and campy outfit probably of all the sort of the fierce line. Yeah, so look, let's get her open and see what we think of her. So I just thought I would show you the original one that I opened, just to remind you. So this is Neonlicious. And she's obviously very, very colourful. She was my favourite from the lineup that came out. As I previously mentioned, there was meant to be a second wave, but they were unfortunately cancelled. That was really one of the reasons why I ended up buying Lady Diva, just because I didn't want Neonlicious to get lonely. So yeah, so that is her. But let's have a look at the lady herself. So this is the box. Obviously we've got this really nice image here on the side for Lady Diva. She's sort of in this capsule bit at the side here. They are actually nice in the box, to be honest. They are ones that you would think actually you could just display it like that. And if you are careful, you can probably just pop her back in if you wanted to. If we turn the box over, we've got a full length image of her here. We've also got an image of the other three at the bottom. Hopefully you can see that. So there is Royal Bee, Neonlicious and Swag. So without further ado, I am going to get her out of the box and we'll have a proper look at her. So before we look at the doll herself, I thought we would have a look at the bits and bobs that she comes with. So obviously she's got a stand here. So this is one with the bigger base because they are bigger dolls. So if we have a look here, it does say LOL OMG Fierce. And that is a sort of a black with sort of silver glitter in it. Go back in. There we go. Clicks back in like that. And then there are two waist clips at the bottom there, depending on what the doll's wearing to use. We've then got a comb, which again says LOL OMG on the back. Doesn't bother with the fierce bit on that. I can't remember if these are the same combs they come with or not. But anyway, look, this is what we're getting in this. This one is a bright pink one, which is nice. It's part of her signature colour anyway. We have then got a poster. We had one of these with the last one. I remember they folded it weirdly in the other one. Okay, I cut the rubber band off, which I don't like doing because it means you can't really use it again. But if not, I would literally just been crushing this. Yeah, they've done that weird foldy thing again. Why not just, if you're going to roll it, roll it. Don't roll it halfway and then roll it again the opposite way because you can't really do a lot with that. But yeah, anyway, look, this is what we've got. So it says, make it daring, make it dazzling, make it drama. There we go. And that, of course, is the same image that we've got on the back of the box as well. And then on the back, we've got a picture of all four of the dolls there, or at least, you know, the artist's impression of them. And then we've got this, which was in that sort of little compartment at the back of the box. I think this is probably going to be her glasses. Is there anything else? Oh, yeah. Oh, is that right? We've got one earring. Is that correct? Okay, so Yes, we have one earring which is like a sort of a snake design. I think she only got the one because at the moment she's got her sort of head mic thing in, so that's probably why she doesn't have two earrings in. So that's the other earring, which is sort of like a silver plastic. And we've also got this, which is her sunglasses slash visor thing. Obviously it's a little bit odd looking. It looks like it's meant to be sort of crystals or diamonds down the front. I'm not sure how much she's going to be able to see in this. I would advise her not to be driving with it on. But yeah, so it's kind of like a glittery, see-through, clear plastic there. And obviously these attach it to her face. They're kind of a bit weird looking. I'm not sure, maybe they don't go over her ears. Maybe they just kind of rest inside her hair bit or something. But yeah, so that is those. So let's have a look at the girl herself now. Okay, so here is the doll. I should first mention that unfortunately the original footage for this section was lost due to a power cut, unfortunately. So I'm trying to sort of recreate it to the best of my abilities, which obviously, you know, are very poor. So here is the doll. She wasn't the worst doll I've ever unboxed, sort of, you know, packaging wise, but if they'd been struggling for a name for her, they could have called her Tags Galore, because there were quite a few tags in things, which was kind of annoying. But I guess we've kind of come to get used to it, which is a bit of a shame, really, the fact that we've had to. Yeah, and it doesn't seem to matter which company are doing it, whether it's MGA or Mattel or Disney. They all seem to put so many tags in their dolls. It's very annoying. But anyway, putting that to one side. So here is the doll. She looks amazing, I have to be honest. She's obviously got a lot of pink going on and black, which are colours that go very well together. The first thing to note, really, is the hair. So I'm always worried the hair is going to be like super hard and full of product, but actually it's quite nice. The hair is actually quite soft. There is a bit of product in. You can kind of tell that there is some in because you can sort of feel it in places, but it's not as if these curls are stiff. This is soft. There's a little bit kind of around this section which has got product in, and it's kind of the same on all of them. On the whole, the hair is lovely. You wouldn't have to touch the hair. So that's great. Let's have a look at the face now. So obviously she does have a bit of makeup on. She's also got the whole baby hair thing. I think she's got the two there. Now they are just painted on, so they aren't like moulded like some of the other ones have been. Or maybe that is Rainbow High and I'm getting them mixed up. Maybe it's only Rainbow High that got the moulded on ones. Yeah, so that is just flat. So if you didn't like them, you could action read them if you wanted, but I don't mind. It seems all right to me. I should have mentioned with the hair, she does have this bit at the front, which kind of comes down, and then it comes around to the side here. It would be shorter if it was let go. So obviously it's in a you know, an actual style. So obviously I won't be getting rid of that. That also got a bit of product in, but nothing too major. Anyway, back to the face. So she has got some really nice eye makeup on here, which is very nicely blended. So there is a sort of a pink, and then on either side we've got sort of purple, which is sort of blended in. She's got blue eyes here, if you can see, and she's got a very bright pink lipstick, or sort of a deep pink. There is, I think, blushing on her cheeks. This is the ear thing that, you know, the reason she hasn't got the earring in. I'm presuming this will come out, because they wouldn't give us the other earring if it didn't. Will that come out? There we go. Yes, it has come out. Fine, so we can see her face a little bit better. So yeah, this was in her ear. It's meant to be, you know, a radio mic, but it's got this kind of nice sort of fancy detail at the top. And it's kind of like a metallic-y pink. And then the actual microphone bit is the metallic silver, and we have the black bit for the actual mic part. But yeah, I think she has a little bit of blushing, just kind of here and here. If we go further down, she has got a pink necklace, and again it's that sort of metallic pink that she's got. It looks like it's a whole kind of like jangle of different sort of chains and bits, sort of pendants hanging down and things like that. It's quite cute. I don't know if it sits properly on her. I don't know if it's something's in the way. I think maybe the back bit is in the way, because it's the costume sort of velcros at the back, and I don't know if the velcro bit where it's sort of thicker is kind of preventing it from laying flat. Look, I'm not going to fiddle with it too much. I'm sure if you have this doll, you can kind of figure out how to get it to lay flat, but at the moment it doesn't really want to do that. The beauty with these dolls is that they have a lot of detail. The clothes have a lot of detail. They've obviously thought about, you know, the fashion aspect to it. Also, whereas on some dolls you wouldn't get painted details, you'd literally get the moulding. With these ones, they have actually gone the extra mile and actually put painted details onto things. Hence the fact that we've got this belt here, or sort of weird sort of harness, and we've got silver details painted on it. We've also got things hanging here which say Lady Diva, which is quite cute. But yeah, all the kind of the buckles and stuff. There's even a bit here that's painted as well. It even goes all the way around. So again, on the back we've got the painted details on. That isn't attached. You could literally just remove it like that and just attach it again. It's not sort of, you know how they sometimes have the thing to clip it in. It doesn't have that. It's literally just sort of hanging there. We've also got the earring here, and obviously we have the other one that matches it. It's a kind of a serpent that just kind of hangs there. It's quite nice. It is a sort of a silver plastic material, and it's kind of like curled around. It almost looks a bit like a sort of a treble clef, I suppose. So yeah, that's the earring, and the other one is the same as that one. So if we go further down, now I don't know if this is a bodysuit that she's wearing, but it is sort of a leopard print, and it's black, and so I don't know if that's, I think it's black and sort of a light brown. There seems to be almost like a glitter detail in it as well, but I don't really know what colour you'd say that is. Maybe it's a grey? It's kind of a pinky brown, I suppose. But it is a bit sheer as well. That's why I couldn't work out whether or not what I'm seeing is actually the colour of her skin underneath. I think it actually is, because if I take it off, actually there is still colour there. I think probably we're getting some colour from the skin, but also there is actually colour in the background bit of the leopard print. But that's only got one arm. I wonder if it's actually a leotard, or if it, oh no, it is a top. Okay, fine. So yeah, this is just a little top, which has got a sort of a turtleneck or a polo neck at the top. We've then got this, which is very fancy. This has got sort of proper sort of rings and studs and stuff like that in it. And that is like a snake skin, which is all different colours. Sort of, again, it's kind of got the pink and the purple. We've got a white sort of background to it as well, so those colours really come out. Now that, I think, is a kind of a leotard, because this is the skirt. I'm just going to pull the skirt down a bit so we can see. So yeah, so that is a bodysuit that she's wearing, and it's got two sort of keyhole bits at the side there. That's a really nice piece, actually. And there's kind of like a sort of a sequin detail over it. I don't know if you can see. You might be able to see it shining in the light there. But yeah, as I was saying, there is a lot of detail on the clothes on these. So maybe they were just so expensive to make because of all the kind of the care they were taking with them. which is why they were so expensive in the shops probably, and why they possibly didn't sell. But yeah, so that is a bodysuit, and again that just velcros down the back and obviously can come off. I'm going to pull the skirt back up now. So the skirt, as you can see, is black, and again it's got, I think, a sort of a leopard detail again, but it's sort of like textured on it. It's shining, if you can see it. I don't know what you call that. It's a relief. I suppose it has, you know, a shiny relief of the pattern there. So I guess it's meant to look a bit maybe pleathery or something. There is this sort of detail down both sides here. This is kind of stitched in, but I don't know if it's meant to look more like things that you can pull, because it's got these bits hanging out the bottom. I don't know if it's meant to look like chain perhaps on either side. Again, this is another piece which would velcro all the way down the back there, and I think it's also got a gusset bit in just so it sort of hangs properly. So that's the skirt. We've then got these sort of fabulous boots here. Now these are kind of interesting. So I don't know if they're attached. Oh yeah, I think they are. No, I think they're separate actually. So we've got these bits here which come all the way down, but then sort of end as the shoe starts here. But there's a band that goes underneath the shoe, under there. But it is actually not attached. Yeah, so I think it's a separate part. The shoe is a whole other item there. So obviously they're going to be both on the same on both sides. The pink fabric is sort of like holographic. Again, we've got a lot of shine to it. And if we have a look on the back of the boots, it's got this sort of lacing detail, this sort of silver lacing. That's all the way down the back. It's very nicely done actually. I don't know over time what some of this fabric's going to do, because obviously we know what happens with some of the pleather items from the 80s on dolls. It kind of perishes. So the shoes are again another sort of special item. Again, we've gone for a different sort of animal print. I think this is kind of alligator maybe, but it is sort of hot pink and black details on it. We've also got some silver. So we've got a silver tooth or horn or something on the back of the shoe, and we've got chains coming down it as well. And again, they are sort of painted on quite nicely. So that is the shoes. I did forget to show you this arm here, I think because it was an asymmetric top. So we have got sort of a net armlet here, just a black net. And then on this side we've got a bag. So look, I've actually removed the bag only because I wanted to get the rubber band off it, because then, you know, over time you don't really know what it's going to do. It says LOL OMG on the handle. The main body is the same as the pattern on the shoe, so it's that sort of hot pink and black alligator. The bag, it looks like it opens. It looks like there's, you know, a hinge at the bottom, but it's kind of a bit crazy if it does. Does it open? Oh yeah, there we go. You're not going to get anything in there, but it is nice that it opens. It almost looks like a glasses case, to be honest. But she's not going to get her glasses in there because they don't bend, and they are also ginormous. But yeah, so that is the handbag, which is quite cute. Speaking of the glasses, let's put the glasses on her and we can see what we think of them. Now, I'm not sure where the arm would go of the glasses. Oh no, they do go around the ears. They do go around the ears. Look, there they are. You can see her eyes through it at least, which is quite nice. But it is a very sort of space-agey piece. I kind of like them. I mean, I think essentially, is she meant to be like Lady Gaga? Sort of a bit, you know, avant-garde fashion-wise. I mean, there's definitely a lot going on with this outfit. Oh, and I haven't shown you this yet either. So this was the stole. This is a really soft, luxurious feeling sort of pink stole. There is actually bits coming out of it, so so just be careful. I might have accidentally snipped it when I was trying to get it out. And obviously that will look lovely around her. There's something about sort of hot pink and black when it goes together. The colours are really lovely. But you can see what I mean when I say there's a real kind of drag queen quality about her. I think that's kind of similar to Lady Gaga in a way, in that, you know, there is something a bit drag queeny about her, just because of the really sort of over the top sort of styling. But yeah, so articulation wise, there's quite a bit. So the head will tilt both sides. The arms come up and out. They bend at the elbow, they bend at the wrist. There's no articulation in the actual torso bit at all, nothing around the waist. The legs will come up. She can sit okay, and she does have articulation at the knees as well, so you can actually sit them down. They do also have that weird articulation thing around their ankles, where you can't move the ankle back or forth. Not really, but it does go round, which doesn't make a lot of sense. But hey ho. So I just wanted to quickly show you her hands. So there is a pink manicure on there, and she does have quite long nails on there. The hands are always really amazing on these dolls anyway. There's so much detail on them. And even, you know, if you look at them that way, you can kind of see every sort of section of the fingers and stuff in the palm and everything. It is quite amazing what they've done. And the fingers, they're quite rubbery. The rest of her is a kind of a harder plastic. So here we go. This is her in all of her finery, including the glasses. I've also put the other earring in rather than giving her the mic again. What do you think of her? Let me know down in the comments below. Let me know if you have her, or if you have any of the other LOL Fierce dolls. They are really beautiful dolls. I think they've put a lot of effort into them. It's a real shame that they haven't succeeded, but to be honest, I think MJ seem to be cutting back quite a bit, so I guess if anything just underperforms, they literally get rid of it and scrap it rather than try, you know, to sort of produce any more or whatever. So we were probably lucky to even get these. I also want to remind you about what's upcoming, which is the hashtag Dolly Pride Parade, which will be happening on the 29th of June. There isn't a set time, just drop the video whenever, and obviously use the hashtag. If you could also mention my channel and also Kim over at the Dolls, the Witch and the Wardrobes channel in your description box, that would be great. Please like the video if you've enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. And also please share the video if you know anyone else that would like this kind of content. And I will see you in the next video. So until then, take care. Bye.